and we are here for lunch with a doc. I'm Dr. Gary Arthur in downtown Laguna Beach. We're out at one of our favorite restaurants, Central. Incredible food. Anna is the proprietor. She does a great job with the menu. We always get great service here. We can get really good quality food. So if you want to go out someplace nice for lunch or for dinner, we suggest coming to Central. And the hostess is lovely, beautiful smile. Our waitress is awesome. So we're having a good time. This is the second time we've done a lunch with a doc here at Central.
Hey everybody.
Yeah, my daughter Maria.
We love Central.
Hey, today we're going to talk about fasting, intermittent fasting, ketogenic diet, detoxification, detoxing heavy metals, why it can be dangerous, and what to do about it so that you actually make a difference. So we just, figured it's an important topic, and especially with my history. So what other things?
Yeah, and detoxing is such a buzzword. Everybody does detoxes and wants to get healthy, but really it's so important that we do an actual, true, and beneficial detox, because a lot of these detoxes what they actually do is they just kind of end up mixing up toxins in our body, but if we're not careful, they can actually be reabsorbed in a way that's actually harmful and dangerous to our bodies. So it's really important that we do a correct detox, and we're going to talk all about that today and talk about what that is and how to do a detox really correctly. So we want you to know that not all detoxes are created equal, and it's important how you go about it. So let's get into a little bit of why detoxing can be dangerous and what is a dangerous detox.
Well, most detoxification programs, and I've done so many. I've been on the Master Cleanse for 20 days, which is water, cayenne pepper, and maple syrup and lemon. I did that for 20 days one time, and
he's a master detoxer. He's done everything.
I've done a lot of different ones. I've done another 20-day cleanse on a powdered drink called the Physician's Elemental Diet. I've done some water fasts. Just last week, I finished up a 10-day water fast with some detoxification nutrients called True Cellular Detox. And Dr. Daniel Pompa is probably right now one of the world-renowned leaders in how to detoxify. He, like me, got mercury poisoning after some dental work, and basically turned him into a chronic fatigue patient with hardly any ability to cope with life, and his memory was very limited. So what he did was he had to get his life back, and that's similar to what I had to do when I was 21. I had a bunch of bad dentistry, and the next 2 months I lost so much hair. Every time I take a shower, I'd see hair on the bottom of the shower. My skin turned gray. I got big bags underneath my eyes, and it was really challenging to go through, and I didn't even know what it was. But most detoxification programs are focused on cleansing the liver and cleansing the intestine. So those are all downstream to the true cellular detox and the detoxification of the metals from actually going through the blood-brain barrier and coming out of the brain. And this is where Dr. Pompa got his life back. So he has a program, it's a 3-month program called True Cellular Detox, where there's a diet that's more like a ketogenic diet. We'll talk more about that. And then there's also a phase. The first phase is called the preparatory phase, where you're prepping your body to get ready to detoxify. And then the second phase is the body detoxification. The third phase is the brain detoxification, with different supplementation that's done throughout that process with a ketogenic diet. There's also something really interesting that most people, I think, can relate to. You ever notice how there's a stubborn 10 to 15 pounds that doesn't want to leave your body, and it's the part that you really don't like the most? In terms of guys, a lot of times it's their belly. That's where mine has been. It's stubborn. No matter what I do, it doesn't want to leave. Women in their saddlebags or their bottom.
Saddle? I've never heard that term.
Never heard it?
No.
Have you ever heard of muffin top?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or love handles.
Love handles.
Yeah.
So those are the stubborn areas.
Good terms for these things.
But that's called weight loss resistance. Weight loss resistance happens because the body won't let go of the fat because the fat is toxic. And so therefore, if it lets go of the fat, it's going to release these toxins into the system. that can then be reabsorbed. And the reabsorption of toxins, like you mentioned,
Yeah.
is they're more toxic than they were before when they were stored. So it's really important that you learn how to do this thing right.
Because so when when we're doing a detox and those toxins are released and reabsorbed, they can be reabsorbed through the blood-brain barrier, correctly? Correct. So that's one thing that's so dangerous about these other detoxes is that you're moving these toxins and then they can pass into the brain, which is where they're the most destructive. So this, true cellular detox really tries to get into the brain and actually detox heavy metals from that place. And that's where people get so many amazing results in terms of like memory and thinking and cognitive function is when they're able to actually detox these heavy metals out of the brain. That's where you see amazing results. So that's kind of what the detox goes through is it does these phases. We start with a prep phase, preparing the body to detox. Then we go into a body phase, detoxing the body. And then we go into the brain phase where you're really getting into the brain. So that's what's so amazing about this type of detox that is the true cellular detox is the phases and the depth of the cell and the depth of the detox that you're actually getting into. So he's going to show you some of the supplements. And also,
This is the first month on the program. Go ahead.
oh, I was going to say also Central is amazing. Look at their food. We got amazing broccoli. So yummy. And
Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprouts. So good.
This is the first month package with a morning supplement and then an afternoon supplement. And we help people go through the process of detoxing. My whole family's doing it right now. And like I said, I jump-started mine, so I did the 10-day water fast with some specific supplements. And I used
10-day water fast. He was in the desert. You had like a desert fasting experience out there, refreshing, renewing your mind. We shared it on Facebook last week. That's very impressive, 10 days of water fasting. I don't know if I could do that.
It's just something I knew I needed to do. I needed to get some inner strength and some discipline and get my body cleaned out. I lost a bunch of extra weight I didn't need, and now I'm going to take it into this 90 days. And during that time, I used something called Fast Time, which is a hydrogen product to help you detoxify. And then I also used something called Cyto Detox, which is the one that helps to go into the cell wall and get the cells to open up and detoxify. And then I also used something called Bind, which is 4 different kinds of specific charcoals that bind onto the toxins when they're released, so you can pass them out, so you have less of that tendency to get feeling nauseous or fatigued or something, because I had really good energy. There's only like one time where I felt a little bit low on energy and I needed to take more supplements to handle the detoxification that was happening. So when you do the other one, not the main fast, but this is the first month, morning pills, afternoon pills.
So that's the prep phase.
Yeah, that's
the
the
first
prep phase.
month.
And then this one is the body phase, where for the next month you're now starting to cleanse and detoxify the body. And then the next one is the brain phase. And the brain phase, this is where the magic really happens. This is where Dr. Pong got his eye back. This is what I'm looking forward to getting there too, because I know I can be a lot sharper and clear thinking and better memory than I am. I'm almost 65 this year. I want to be sharp and charging for the next 20, 30 years ahead of me and not let myself go down that road of mental decline, potentially Alzheimer's, dementia, and all that stuff that's so prevalent in our society. A lot of it's because of the toxicity and the inflammation that happens as a result.
And don't we get a lot of our heavy metal toxins from when we're in the womb? Isn't that where we absorb them from our mom? Right?
We get them a lot of times from our mother, in the womb, and even breastfeeding. And they have a tendency to lodge in the fat cells, but also in the bone. And so when a person goes into puberty, there's another huge release of these toxic metals. And then you have the surge of heavy metals in the vaccination process, because there's metals that are used to act as a preservative. So there's a lot to understand. One thing is there's lots of research now. If you look up caloric restriction and fasting or intermittent fasting, you'll find that people that they live longer, they age slower if there's calorie restriction. So there's so much research. Just type in caloric restriction and longevity. Caloric restriction and body mass, because you won't have as much extra weight on your body.
Yes, so that's a whole other piece, right? Intermittent fasting. So we're talking about detox and doing that and how important that is and vital. And really, I mean, detoxing is vital to your health. There's toxins out there that we all need to be cleaning our body with. So then along with detoxing, what can be really amazing is intermittent fasting, or fasting in general. So there's different types of fasting. You did the multi-day fasting, which has its own benefits, and then intermittent fasting is where you can take the benefits of fasting on a daily basis, and basically you're decreasing your eating window to 8 to 12 hours a day. So you're fasting for 12 to 16 to 18 hours per day. So that basically means usually people skip breakfast, so they eat, they'll break their fast at noon for lunch and eat until 8, and then you fast for 16 hours. And so lots of research is coming out about the benefits of that and how that caloric restriction can increase longevity, and I mean, so many benefits, the list goes on, but I want to talk a little bit about autophagy and what that is, what happens during fasting that's so beneficial for our health.
Why don't you say that word again?
Autophagy. What does that mean? So autophagy is the process that our body goes into when we're in a fasted state. So it basically means that our bodies are starting to starve in a sense, and so they start to eat different cells and different proteins within our bodies that are actually have gone back. So that could be like cancerous cells, that can be toxins or damaged tissue. Okay, blood cells. So anything in the body really that
It
is.
starts to go through a cleanup process.
Yeah.
The body starts to clean itself of old cells, dying cells, toxic cells. So autophagy goes up extremely high when you're in a fasting state. So what has been proposed by Dr. Pompa is a very interesting thing. For those people that want to decrease their toxicity, we suggest doing a longer fast with specific supplements at least once a year, and then doing the full body detox over a 90-day period. That's another one. Most people will then repeat the brain phase a few times to keep on getting clearer and clearer and better memory. But there's also something called the 5-1-1 process. And for people that want to keep lean and keep their percent body fat low, basically what you do is your eating window, let's say you ate at 8 o'clock at night. You wouldn't eat again the next morning. You can have water, you can have black tea or black coffee, but no supplements, no bulletproof coffee to start the day, nothing that's going to break the fast or take the body out of the state, because during that fasting state, your production of human growth hormone and your male and female hormones increases dramatically. And when you're in a fasted state, your human growth hormone production goes up 2,000%. It's amazing.
Wow, that's
so
crazy.
Human growth hormone is what keeps us young, keeps us from aging too fast. And so, so then the idea is that you would then eat not until about 12 o'clock. This is my first meal of the day. I'm trying to make sure I have some good sources of fat. So these actually are cooked in oil as well as baked, so they have a higher fat content. I would usually get guacamole or something, which I'll be ordering soon. But usually you want to have a higher fat meal, and then you're basically eating more ketogenic during the rest of the day from 12 o'clock to 8 o'clock. So that's meaning that you're having low carbs. Now, you can start, if you really want to get into ketosis even faster, you can start out with only about 10 carbs a day for the first week, and then 20 carbs a day the second week, 30 carbs a day third week, 40 carbs a day 4th week, 50 carbs a day 5th week, and keep it around 50 carbs a day. So you're having higher fats, moderate amounts of protein, and you're having minor amounts of carbohydrates. You want to get most of your carbohydrates out of vegetables. So it's a ketogenic diet, but it's basically done from 12 o'clock to 8 o'clock at night. Now, something called, we talked about weight loss resistance, is where your body doesn't want to burn the fat because of the high toxicity in the cells. The way to help make it so your body doesn't hold on, when your body starts to go into ketosis, it gets scared, it thinks it's got to go into survival mode, so it'll actually start to glom onto the fat and it won't burn the fat. So you go into a day on, let's just say Saturday, where you're going to go ahead and allow yourself to have high carbs that day. That's the feast day. So you have 5 days of intermittent fasting with ketogenic from 12 to 8, and then you go into a high carb day. So you eat your carbs in the morning all the way through the day. That's the time if you want to drink wine or things like that to have that higher carb day. And then Sunday, you get up in the morning, you don't eat until Sunday afternoon or evening. That's like a full 24-hour day fast at that point. So that's called a 5-1-1 series, which gets your body out of the fat adaptation where it says to itself, hey, I don't have a problem burning up fat because I'm going to have plenty of carbohydrates. So it kind of tricks the body into not holding on to the fat and preserving it. So that's a 5-1-1, and that's kind of very cutting edge way of doing it. And if you want to learn more about this, you can go to Dr. Daniel Pompa, Pompa, and you can see all kinds of his videos on YouTube. And you can just look at the titles of all the different YouTube videos and learn as much as you want to. We're the local company that's really going to be making the supplements available and teaching people and giving them a personal guided tour on doing detox and weight loss. That's helping, and I'm in the middle of the process already. I'm already like 15 pounds down from where I started.
Nice.
I'll probably end up being another 12 pounds down to be where I want to be and get rid of the toxic fat and residue that's been on my body for way too long.
Yeah, so we're doing this as a family. We're all doing the 5-1-1 plan. We're all doing the detox. So 3 months, and we're really excited to see the results that it has for all of us. And I mean, really, when you're combining your detoxing, you're also doing intermittent fasting, and you're doing ketogenic. You're combining so many different health benefits in one plan. So it's really exciting. I mean, I'm excited to see what it does for each of us, and you have the cognitive aspect to it with your healing your brain, your cognitive function. You also have the weight loss. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing, Growth Central. And then you have the detoxing part in your body and your gut. So it's really like a full body reset. And we were talking about this yesterday. It's like it's spring. It's time for spring cleaning in your house, and our bodies are our homes for our lives. So this is spring cleaning for your bodies too. So it's really, I think it's time. Time is now to
We're all going to
detox.
look better this summer at the beach.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
So if you want to learn more, what you can do, you can either schedule just a free consultation with me for 15 minutes, fill out the new patient paperwork, and just tell me what's going on and what you want to do. Then I can make some recommendations on how to proceed if you'd like to. Or if you'd already like to take a look at your overall biochemistry and where things are at for you. There's did we get the toxicity questionnaire from Papa?
I believe so.
Okay. You can fill out some paperwork, and then I can just go into your biochemistry and talk to you about it, see if you have blood work, anything like that. Just here, if you want to lose weight, if you've got allergies, if you've got inflammation and pain, or hormone imbalances, things like that. There's a lot of things we can do that too. We give you a special discount on your first visit. So you can just call the office at
949-497-2553. And that's we always do a lunch with the doc special. So for any of you who are tuning in, we basically give you a gift for just viewing and for watching us. So that gift is to come in and do a free consultation with Dr. Gary and ask about this detox, look into what your health goals are and how you want to improve, and we'd love to have you in. So you can call us, you can DM us on Instagram, message us on Facebook, whatever's easiest for you. There's lots of communication channels.
And if you're willing to share the video with someone that they might be interested in, either has had some challenges or they want to lose stubborn weight off their body, share it with them. We appreciate it.
Well, thanks for joining us. You are amazing, and join us every Wednesday live at 12:30 for Lunch with the Doc. See you next